Good morning, students. Language, as we found, is used to communicate our ideas to others. That will give information and also that may be used to relate us, as we discussed on Kubla Khan of Coleridge. Then, language has more general purpose, which is called macro-function. Michael Halliday calls it meta-function, META-FUNCTION, meta-function. Which are they? One is ideational function. One is ideational, IDEATIONAL, ideational function. Ideational function means representation of ideas. Language gives us ideas. Words, sentences represent ideas. So it is known as ideational function. Transport ideas through language. Okay. Then two, interpersonal activities are performed through language. It is personal medium to keep personal relations. So to keep interpersonal relationship, my relation with others, my friends, parents, relatives, we use language. So language has an interpersonal function to maintain personal relationships through language, through communication. So 2 points. Language conveys ideas. 2. Language conveys or communicates to keep our personal relationships interpersonal function, we may call it. Third is poetic function. See, it is called organized violence on prose. Prose structure is twisted, distracted to make poetry, to make poems. The subject verb object order or subject and predicate order of adjectives and adverbs, everything is distorted, changed, totally twisted to give rhythm, rhyme or pattern of a meter. Okay, so it is called organized violence on prose. Then when we use it, shorter names we write first and others second. For example, Radha and Krishna, as given in your notes. Radha is a small word, Krishna is a little bit longer. Then Sita and Ravana. Next, textual function. Meta-language and object of language function differently. Object of language refers to language speaking of objects and meta-language speaking of language. It is used to make statements on language. Language in a literary text is object of the language, and the language of criticism is meta-language. So this is the best example to classify these two. What is object of language? Object language. Object language gives or narrates an object, but meta-language is speaking about the performance of the language or method of the language or structure of the language, how they are presented or written, style of the language. So meta language or object language just differ in this aspect. Object language narrates and meta language criticizes that narration. Okay. ഒബ്ജക്റ്റ് ലാംഗ്വേജ് എന്ന് പറയുന്നത് ഒരു നോവൽ എഴുതുമ്പോൾ കഥാപാത്രങ്ങളെ അവതരിപ്പിക്കുന്ന സ്റ്റൈൽ ഓഫ് ലാംഗ്വേജാണ്. ഓബ്ജക്റ്റ് ലാംഗ്വേജ് ദാറ്റ് എക്സ്പ്ലെയിൻസ് ദി ഓബ്ജക്ട്സ്, പേഴ്സൺസ്, തിങ്സ്. പക്ഷേ മെറ്റാ ലാംഗ്വേജ് എന്ന് പറയുമ്പോൾ ആ അവതരണ ശൈലിയെ, ലാംഗ്വേജിനെ, പ്രസൻറ്റേഷനെ വിമർശിക്കുന്ന ലാംഗ്വേജിൻ്റെ വിമർശനമാണ് മെറ്റാ ലാംഗ്വേജ് നടത്തുന്നത്. ദാറ്റ്സ് എ ഡിഫറൻസ് ബിറ്റ്വീൻ ദീസ് ടു. So, language in a literary text is object of a language, and language of criticism is meta language. Next, we have to come to familiar with this discourse. Discourse is a logically connected, clearly stated succession of sentences. ഒരു കുറേ സെൻറ്റൻസുകൾ അത് പരസ്പര ബന്ധിതമായിട്ട് വ്യക്തമായിട്ട് ലിങ്ക് ചെയ്ത് അവതരിപ്പിക്കപ്പെടുന്ന ഒരു പാരഗ്രാഫോ അല്ലെങ്കിൽ ഒരു ടെക്സ്റ്റ്, ഒരു ആർട്ടിക്കിളോ ഒക്കെ ആണ് ഡിസ്കോഴ്സ് എന്നറിയപ്പെടുന്നത്. DISCOURSE. ഡിസ്കോഴ്സ് ഈസ് എ സ്റ്റേറ്റ്മെൻറ്റ്, എ ലാംഗ്വേജ്, എ ടെക്സ്റ്റ്, an article or essay written in a logically connected way, clearly stated way, and sentence linked together in succession. Okay, that may be in the spoken or written form. Discourse may be in spoken or written form. Example: novel, speech, essay, seminar paper, classroom lecture. Everything comes under this discourse. Next function of language is connotative function. A speech or a talk to make the listener think and respond. That means listener should listen, think of it, and respond. For that we speak, and that speech is the connotative function of the language. Means a language used to persuade a person, പ്രേരിപ്പിക്കുക, പ്രേരണ കൊടുക്കുക, or tempt a person, ദുഷ്പ്രേരണ കൊടുക്കുക, whatever be, to listen, to think and respond. ആ ഉദ്ദേശത്തോടെ പറയുന്ന ലാംഗ്വേജിൻ്റെ യൂസേജിനെയാണ് കൊണറ്റേറ്റീവ് ഫങ്ഷൻ എന്ന് പറയുന്നത്. കൊണേറ്റീവ് ഫങ്ഷൻ എന്ന് പറയുന്നത്, നോട്ട് കൊണറ്റേറ്റീവ്, കൊണേറ്റീവ് ഫങ്ഷൻ, CONATIVE, കൊണേറ്റീവ് ഫങ്ഷൻ. Then language is used in an imperative expression. Imperative expression means you might have heard imperative sentences. Use of imperative sentence is imperative function. What is imperative sentence? A sentence that commands, give a commanding. That sentence that requests. That sentence that prays. Praise. That the sentence that implores. That sentence that plead. So, command, request, implore, plead, order to do something. Such sentences are called imperative sentences. Okay, so stand up is an imperative sentence. Come here, another imperative sentence. Show me your book, another imperative sentence. Put that box outside, that is an imperative sentence. Please help me, that is imperative sentence. Like that. Oh God, help us, that is also an imperative sentence. Okay, so imperative function is a sentence used to express our prayer, requests, command, order, etc. So vocative function is also there. Vocative function means VOCATIV. Vocative function means the language that we use to call somebody. Hello, excuse me, and hi. Like that, we use to attract the attention of our people. That is vocative function. Then we may use sir or boys, hello friends, please do this work, etc. Are imperative expressions or vocative expressions. We use these words, such words, to address somebody. A word that is used to address somebody is vocative use, vocative function of the language. And referential or denotation and connotation, we may say. Denotation. Denotation means textual or lexical vocabulary with a meaning. See, medical books, scientific books, philosophical books give meanings to sentences, profound, deep meanings to sentences. So there will be an outward meaning and inner meaning also. Just like in poetry or philosophical books. Outer meaning is there, inner meaning is there. Then outer meaning is called lexical meaning, Vachyartham. Then next is Vengyartham, Dhvanyartham, Dhvanipikinartham, that is connotation, denotation and connotation, word meaning and inner meaning. Okay, so that is associated meaning, ASSOCAATED. Connotation is associated meaning, that is inner meaning. See, in literature, there will be a question to give annotation. Annotate, ANNOTATE. Annotation, what is it? We have to find out the context of the sentence. That is first paragraph. Then give the word meaning of the sentence, denotation of the sentence. Then next paragraph, we have to give connotation also. The meaning, implied meaning of the sentence. And our comments make the annotation. So we can in short say annotation is denotation plus connotation. Annotation is denotation plus connotation. So there will be three paragraphs. Introductory paragraph, context, and explanatory paragraphs in two, denotation and connotation paragraphs. And come to our conclusion and our comments. So we can make it 4 paragraphs in an annotation, or at least 3. Comments can be included in the connotation paragraph. That doesn't matter. So annotation is denotation plus connotation. So denotation, outer meaning, word meaning. Connotation, inner meaning, suggested meaning. Okay. And so this is called a referential function of the language. Refer means to give link to find out analogy, help us to find out analogy. Okay. Then emotive function. Emotive function of the language is said to be the expression of feelings of the speaker. Emotive means emotion, emotional. Emotive, EMOTIVE, emotive function means emotional expressions, വൈകാരികമായ ആശയപ്രകടനങ്ങൾ. Feelings of the speaker. Particular emotion is presented. Example, interjection. When the nurse comes with a syringe and penetrates to your skin, you will say, ah, or ooh, such sounds. Or with the happiness, you say, oh. such usages of words, that is interjunction speeches. Poetry, we can see it. Language is a tool that improves our culture and civilization, as we have seen earlier. Then language use is creative writing. We use language for creative writing. Charles L. Barber gives priority to the behavioral change through the language. By communication, there will be some changes occurring in the mind of a listener. That is behavioral changes. For example, during this COVID period, we wash our hands. When we sneeze or cough, we will cover our face. We walk outside with the covering, mouth covering, nose covering, face cover, using face cover. So this is a habit change of behavior. Before COVID, spread of COVID, we were not bothered of sneezing. We were not bothered of coughing. We were not bothered of spitting on the streets, roads. Now we are very careful. We changed our behavior pattern. We won't spit like that publicly. We will cover our face, nose and mouth for our own protection and the protection of others. Then wash our hands. Such changes happens because of this communication about the severity, seriousness of the disease and COVID virus. We are bothered of the danger if that virus attacks us. We got the information through communication through language. So Charles L. Barber, Charles, Charles L. Barber, Barber, stressed the point of behavioral change through the use of language rather than its literary aesthetic effect on man and society. So language is used for cooperation, making cooperation and interaction. Language is used for making cooperation and interaction. So let us conclude once again. Keep these ideas in points. Macro function is a larger and more general use of the language. It is meta function of the language according to Michael Halliday, Michael, Halliday, Halliday. Points 1, ideational function. 2, interpersonal function. 3, poetic function. 4, textual function. 5, discourse connotative function, CONNATIV, connotative function, imperative function, occasional function, referential function, emotive function. Such are the functions of language used in the society widely, and so generally it is called macro function. Now I think this is enough for today. You have to replay, not replay, replay this class and listen, write notes and points I have narrated here. Okay, as linguistics is, as I told you, a tough, somewhat tough language. Unless you listen properly and think of the points discussed, you may feel it very difficult to understand. While reading or listening your notes, if you feel in doubt, you are free to ask. You need not ask in English. If you feel difficulty, you can ask in Malayalam. I will give you the answer in public. Okay. Whenever you feel problems in understanding, you can ask me. I shall give you explanation and you will be able to grasp it. Right? Thank you.